Breaking the Waves is considered Lars von Trier's super masterpiece. It's one of Sean Baker's favorite films. That's why I put it on. Also, the plot is like a super cuck kind of movie. This was made in 1996, and it's about Bess. She's a woman who lives in a very small rural area, and she's got mental health issues, and she marries Jan. He is a oil rig worker who spends a lot of time away, so she's kind of missing him often, and she goes to the church and she talks to God and believes that God is speaking to her and wants Jan back. However, Jan suffers from a terrible oil rig accident that hits him in the neck, so it paralyzes him from the neck down, and he is invalid and he can't move. So he contemplates ending his own life. However, Bess won't have it, and then he convinces her to find another lover to fill the void. So she starts throwing herself to anyone who will have her, thinking that it will help Jan's recovery, and it's a form of like her sort of blowing up her own life, because it starts to, you know, become the talk of the town, whatever. So this is Emily Watson's acting debut, and it's also an Oscar-nominated performance. It's really good. Stellan Skarsgård's pretty good too, and there's also an insufferable sister, Dodo, the nurse, sister of Bess and her mom, of course. This movie has a really interesting aesthetic. It's kind of like a handheld camcorder kind of aesthetic, like cinematography, so it kind of almost feels like you're watching everything through a home movie. And I didn't quite like it's not overly shaky or anything, but it just feels kind of cheap. It does feel a little bit voyeuristic, which I liked, but it also makes the movie feel cheaper, because even when it's something simple as people standing in church waiting for the wedding, the camera's like wobbling and stuff, and I don't know how much of that was intentional, but I think this movie has aged terribly, because the front of the DVD cover says it's a restricted item because it's like super controversial with all the sex and stuff, but the movie's pretty tasteful. I mean, they don't show a lot of nudity, and a lot of the sex is implied, and some of the violence is also implied. It's not really shown, but in 1996 it was considered like, oh, terrible, but it's been 30 years and the movie is very tame now, in my opinion, because they don't really show anything. It's implied, which can make it a little bit more disturbing. But Bess basically spirals as she tries to she starts dressing in like a prostitute and trying to give it away to anyone who will have her, because she thinks it'll make Jan better. And the movie is a tragedy. It's divided into several chapters, but overall I didn't care for this film. I thought the movie did have some good cinematography and some good, not cinematography, some good landscape shots. Gorgeous landscapes and backgrounds of the Scottish coastal seaside. But and the acting's pretty good, but overall the movie just didn't gel well with me. It's also really long, so I give Breaking the Waves a 6 out of 10.